service is flexible for you to keep up with shows, movies, and travel to. Worldwide channels right at your fingertips. Latest in live sports, binge watch all your TV shows, movies on demand. Forward anytime. Never it's 1 minute in entertainment to you.
Good morning once again to all the listeners and viewers of this.
Boy,
Are you hearing me?
yes, yes, I hear you clear. Okay. Well, good morning to you and good morning to the nation and good morning to the people on the radio station. This morning, I would like to get into the discussion on what I have by now with you. And if you enjoy yourself from me, and so on, I'm going to just to go. But we are sick and tired of them. We find friends, we don't follow up, we're clean. Because we don't go out of that power, we go God, you might can't people from first. Because you contribute to it. I'm not going to die on first. Like, oh, you already did one. You know, I that this girl looking like me, on. But this year, parents will not be on this God. Because one kind of strength that you got out of today, and that's forever more. You know, some kind of stuff. Lord, give the person strength. Each and every one of us. This one, five percent for you. But I remember that talking about this continue but what you doing, remember the value themselves, their position, one went down because I did that before you chanting those. So please, my God and my son, what can I hear? What can I God, you can question everyone of us. But then you can even share that many people have been going to a blessed God. And I think the money going grow and what for storm. And I went to pray and pray the life out with God. And God, I just think I have forced. And I have police station this morning. I have to be able to hear right now. I'm getting outside. I have to go so I'm this new God. God, remember this destroy the fire. Remember the joy. Remember the children, your hungry and expelled. And save the one there is that they don't want to accept they have moved to the ground. When everyone is picturing their own self to God, everybody together. Remember that you got every child you want to sacrifice for each and every one of them. What I'm going on, watching them, see the fellowship on the oh, that I what I remember you can be each and every one of them. And they go on each other. Before you let them know about the let all that be cool. That is one. Remember each and every one of them. Maybe I'm going to come up with you know, you know what see for this one. That's what I didn't know. Let me see that I what you want. Like I don't have to say, oh God, the inside of me for you. But I remember them so I'm not. Oh God, I'm so that we be not here. But trying to be so much things so I'm God. Oh God, we think they do them what you want to see. I want to come out and somebody see I want to see them. Pain them today. Let them be around love. We're going to show them how to go on high. Some are sick and some are sad. Some are laughing on behalf. Remember the parents is our God. You know what is going through what is difficulty, Lord. My God and my King, remember the Lord. Remember the Lord. Remember the Lord is our God. especially the prison, one Lord. Remember, even the in prison, I will take it for you, one Lord. Oh God, I don't want Father, which you can touch them, Lord. And we continue by something, we pray them in moments and now. Oh, this one Lord. I do what to take care of them, I bring them for you, one Lord. Let God bless them, I want to be perfect. Look at him, and para nós like our hope cry, while there are one of God, other people of pastors died for one God. Oh God, this morning I bring that person to you. What I do the right man like no God. Oh my spirit, you have got some faith, you are begging you to keep that son in your house safety. Leave no boundary, Satan, for them, but watch it and continue to keep him in the atmosphere giving God what and remember when we left behind each and every one of them at home. I have to bless them, Lord. You might be small, but you're the blessing of each and every one of them. Remember, CJ, I do it for you. Remember that place one Lord. And I remember she won't be like from here. Remember she wrote and so on to God. But I just feel like it's not really but I'm sure about it, you can guide them and protect them. Everybody wanting money, but you are the God of all God. That one someone matters I am after. I keep on making push. Science factor so on this God. My God and my aim. Help that I saw a lot. The huge one, the Castro. She's strong, strong, and that's the German. And that's it now, that's the Jesus. Remember, for another education. Hopefully, like you realize it on. You have to take everyone in time. Let them do what I call okay. But I'm going to take them on. For them, I'm going to capture the consistent. This is our blessed Jesus. Hello? Take everyone let him in charge of the movie, so please let them be a of love to bring up the story. I God and my king, I believe that my people is one. What could I forget them, Lord? Remember that take everyone in charge, the charity surrounding them. Remember those in the parish this world. My God and my king, if my share when I shall remember one, if it's my own and good pastor. Lead us many sides to water restore my soul. Lead us many path of righteousness for his name. Be it one walk with one in the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. For thou art made a rock and I stop. Comfort me. Don't fear my kingdom before me because of my enemies. Let our life be so hard. Show you goodness and mercy should follow all the days of our life. And we shall go in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Thank you. Thank you. Have a day.
Thank you so very much, friend.
Have a day. Well, I couldn't know. I mean, the body is not the body of people, but I will not do and I'm in the land of the living, so I have to give this my time. Goodbye. Okay? Yeah.
Follow this rest of the family member, right?
Okay. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Yeah, bye. Yes.
So there we have so Keno, you know,
How are you?
wow, you know, pretty loud. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Are you hearing me clear, loud and clear?
I'm hearing you. I don't know if it's loud and clear. You cannot loud on me.
But is it better than last week? At some point in time.
It's still a bit of echoey, but we'll work with it.
What about this?
Oh, this is better.
Okay. All right. So good to see you.
It's good to see me too.
Oh gosh. I say good to see you is like a shock.
Well, that don't normally come from you. You always give me negative things, so
So stop it, man. Don't make people feel that I'm a bad guy. You know better than that. You know better than that, Clay. Don't do that to me, man.
Whatever you say, sir.
Yes, Claire. So let's get it going, man. You have your bundle of peeps to shut up, and you know what I'm saying.
Yes, my peeps, and say good morning to across the seas. Good morning, Caitlin Halley Douglas, Nick Hilarion Gonpat. Good morning to Cabrina, which is Celia Phillip. Good morning, Aito and family. Daphne Dates and family out there in Toronto. Well, not out there in Toronto, here in Toronto. Good morning to NP Olovachi. Good morning to Ted. Good morning to each and every one of you that I normally say good morning to. Good morning to you. And Jester, good morning to you also.
A very special good morning once again to you, CG.
Yes. Whatever. You say that as though, but this is not mine.
Hey, this is not your wit for that.
I don't know. You tell me.
Who CG belong to? Oh my gosh. So Claire, it's my turn now?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me say good morning to Gordon Bushes Richardson, Leslie Nicholas and his wife, Winter John, Andy Moose Bartholomew, Alistair Aito Dubo and his wife, Mrs. Glynn and family out there in Boston. Good morning to you. Good morning to Kathy out there in London. Yeah. Coming back home. Celia and family out there in Hill Street, Sates. I say top of the morning to you. Claire out there in Maho, good morning. Good morning to Miss Gladys out there in Madiz. Michelle, Godchild in River Sally, good morning. Trisha out there in St. David's, good morning to you. Justin Tootman, going back across the sea, and his wife, good morning to you both. Yeah. Claire, that is as far as I can remember for now.
Okay, I'm going on the live. Carol Belfon, good morning to you. Lorna Bain, good morning to you. Let me say good morning to Chance Gamer 97. That is Mary right here in Toronto. Junior on the Grand Tank, good morning to you. Coffee in the morning. So as we go along, we'll continue to say good morning to those people that we know, what we are used to say good morning to. Oh, Bernadette Abraham, she has checked in. Good morning to you. Good morning to Jenny Lynn Mason. Hope all is well with you.
Yep. So Claire, how was the weekend across the seas, girl?
Oh, my weekend was fantastic.
Do you care to share?
You're fast in my business, you see.
Not for me, if you leave up to me, I don't really want to know anything.
So why are you asking?
Well, it's the listeners and the viewers.
Okay, let me ask you something. Did the listeners say that they wanted to know what my weekend was like?
No, they didn't. But
okay,
remember,
so you don't.
remember we act on the behalf, Don't forget that.
Okay, so I went to a wedding on the weekend. It was fantastic.
Okay.
That's it. I'm done.
Just that. Oh,
Yeah.
better I didn't say anything.
Eh.
Well, you didn't even have care to say what made the wedding so fantastic. Nothing. Just say went to a wedding
But
and it's
listen,
fantastic.
I do
No,
not
man,
give.
Clay.
Listen, let me put it this way for you. I am answering what is asked of me. How was your weekend? I told you. I went to a wedding. If you want information, ask me question towards the information.
I don't ask you, no, man. I don't asking you nothing
Okay.
about that. I know.
So the wedding was different. You know, when you go to a wedding, the official, it's kind of a serious business, but this one was very light. We were laughing right through the ceremony.
That's good.
Yes, even though when it comes to the serious part, he used a name to to give definition to it, and every definition had us cracking up inside there.
Hmm.
And you know when he says, "Do you, Justin Noel,
What
take
is my
Claire
name?
Joseph?" That ain't happening, but let's say so.
What? What?
to, to, to whatever they say, and you have to say, "I do." Well, the "I
Yeah.
do" was so loud, everybody
Uh,
just cracked up again. It was really, and it wasn't a long, drawn out thing, eh?
okay.
It was really,
No.
really special.
Mhm. Well,
And
I'm happy to
then
know, man.
the wedding was at 12 o'clock, and the reception was at 6. So we got time to
Okay.
come home and chill and everything, and then go back to it.
Yeah,
And
sounds good.
then and then the reception, they came in with Grenada flags waving and Sri Lankan flags waving. It was a mini carnival for this reception. Let me put it that way for you. And
Yeah.
and that's all I can tell you about it. It was beautiful.
Well, I'm happy to know you had fun.
I didn't say I had
Yeah.
fun.
Well, so Claire, you didn't enjoy it? I mean, you did.
Well, you
I
didn't
mean,
ask me that if I had fun. You just say that.
well, Claire, you're trying to be difficult, are you? Because if you describe the wedding as being so nice, so good, well, that means you don't have fun. Well, no. Something has to.
I'm not a
I
fun
don't
kind of
understand.
girl.
Oh my goodness gracious me! So it's another Tuesday. I can tell you. Oh, we had a really, really, really solemn kind of weekend. Clay had 2 suicidal deaths over the weekend in Grenada here, and this is just so sad, really, really sad. One was in the south of the island. I believe it is Grand Dance, and the other was I think somewhere in Guave, St. John's. Ah, it's just so sad, and it really is young people. So that. Hmm.
Okay, let me tell you, Jester, before you go on, I'm going to join you. But I have a special good morning to Spice Rhyme. He just chewed me out there, Jester.
Yeah.
About a special woman in the neighborhood in America, and she forget people that living in America. And I am no longer in America. In your neck of the woods, I'm in the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, Jester,
Spice. Yeah. So I was just
I
speaking about
heard
that.
about it.
Yeah. You know.
How
So
old is that person?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't want to give
Hmm.
no, that is not correct. But
I am asking this
yes,
because I saw on Facebook somebody wrote that people are speaking bad about the young man that was it a young man, right?
yeah. I know one of them was a bus conductor. I
Mm-hmm.
think that's the one from Granance. I'm not certain of the other.
Wait a minute. 2 this weekend alone?
Yes, so over the weekend there, yeah, too.
Wow. Now you have to ask what is really going on. in the minds of our young people? Is it a lot of
Yeah.
stress? What is it?
Again, and we always advocate on this program that talk to somebody, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You're going through certain difficulties, find somebody that is very confidential to you. Say something, you know. So
Uh,
yeah.
okay, so here is the piece I was talking about. The person said, I have been sitting over the weekend and I've decided to say something. I did not go to journalism school, but I practice in the profession. I read books, I attended seminars, and taught myself everything I know. I was displeased, to say the least, when I saw how callously the social media reporters shared about the death by suicide over the weekend. I know about wanting to be the first, but you're asked to be responsible. You could be the space between a post and another person replicating the act. May I suggest, when reporting on deaths by suicide, please refrain from stating the method used because vulnerable people may replicate the act. And that is very true. Normally, when somebody died by suicide, let's say they take knives and stab up themselves, the media should not say that. They shouldn't say anything that individual do that caused them to lose their life. Because we have copycats in this world. And if that person see that you do this and you get a lot of ratings about what you did, tomorrow someone else is going to do that. And that's why when somebody, like, you have a bomber or somebody do drive a car somewhere and blow up a building, you don't see big sensationalized pictures about what a person did, because they do not want others to do the same. So I agreed with that person that wrote that, because when we went to the PAHO workshop a few years ago, this is something that is stressed, that you should not do that. And as it happens, the media person should not go to the parent or the guardian as soon as that happens to get a report from them. So it's something that we really and truly have to look into before we make all these things.
Yeah, I understand where this is coming from. And sometimes our media personals, at times, to me, they do act insensitive, you know. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. They probably mean well, but sometimes they probably don't realize in how they choose to bring out the story, the repercussions that it has on the grieving family and close friends and everything. It impact them in a very, very negative way. And then sometime I believe unintentionally of them, but yet it creates that negative impact for the grieving family. So that is something we have to be very, very careful about, and not just in the case of suicide. Even when crimes are committed, you have to be very, very careful as to how you put out the stories and even the images and everything like that. And as a matter of fact, the secretary shows that there
You don't see anything
Yeah,
of the
some
crime on it,
crimes
no.
and yeah, you don't see that. You understand? So
I say we Grenadians, a lot of us are employed on the post office because all we do is post. Something happened
yeah,
today, they post it. I walking down the
yeah.
road and I fall. Instead of giving me a hand to get up, they take my picture and they post it. And some of the people that do these things just they're not doing it to say, well, this happened. I have to be the first to put it out there. And that's why they do the things that they do that harms people later on. So it's something that we have to really pay attention to. We do not have to post every damn thing that you see. We hear about Trinidad having all kind of crimes. How many of those things you see posted on social media, Jester? Jamaica, the Bahamas. They make it seem as though Grenada is the only country in the world that have a few murders a year, and they have to put it out there. And hence the reason why the United States government is saying to their citizens, Grenada is an unsafe place to travel. Pay attention to this, because if we have tourism as the first thing in our economy, and you keep posting all these things that are not great for our country, then you will feel the repercussions of it.
So excuse me. That's the thing what is happening in our country. It's been becoming so insensitive as to how we are where we choose to address certain situations and certain issues. I so for example, and I will just stop short at the point I want to make and just leave it at that. I have been following Norman's Gilbert funeral on Thursday, and it funeral, it's a solemn time. It's a time for family grieving and everything like that, and close eyes. And I realized the platform, like, it has almost become a political platform, and which was just so sad. I mean, it's the first time I really observed that. I mean, how are we losing our way? Have we lost our way of things? I mean, it just amazed me, really. You know, Ah, but that's just all what I would say, and just leave that where it is.
Okay, then leave it as it is.
Yeah.
Good morning to Kathleen Ledlow. Nice to see you. Chance the Game 97 has checked in. So, Jester,
Yeah.
we're going through right now, yeah?
Oh yes, we're ready to go through.
So, the topic today, and I need everybody, man as well as woman, to chime
Your
in.
kind of your kind of topic.
Oh, hush. Because no, it's when I did the research. As a matter of fact, somebody gave me that topic to discuss the topic, because it is something that is very pertinent to us as human beings, men as well as women. So just it's not relationship that I'm talking about today, as you
What are you
still
talking
want to
about?
point out. There's a lot of myths in that topic. So,
I mean, I don't believe. I mean, you're not talking about relationship.
hush,
Part
I
of the
said
thing is
hush.
relationship. Nah, well, I don't know. You could tell me that no relationship.
Well,
Ah,
we're talking about a sheep.
you say not relationship. So as you
Well,
go
a sheep,
along,
all
the
kind
people
of
go
sheep,
decide what
all kind of
relationship.
sheep. Okay.
So let's move
So,
on. Let's
so
move.
people, remember to like, share, and subscribe.
And the telephone number is 404-1189. So you can hit those digits and you'll be part of the conversation.
Okay. So here the topic is asking, what is the difference between what a woman wants in a man and what a man attracted to in a woman? It is already teasing, ain't it, Jester?
It's already teasing.
Mm-hmm. What we want and what you want. What do you want? Oh, how do you see what attracts you to a woman?
In the first instance, is a woman's appearance, her body. Yeah.
You're a real moron.
That, from a man. Yeah. From a man's point of view, that's what it is.
Okay, so that's your state. All right. So let's read. The attraction between men and women is influenced by various factors, including personality, culture, and societal expectations. While men are often attracted to women's physical attractiveness, and emotional stability, women tend to value men's financial prospects, ambition, and industriousness.
You had the guts to say that, girl?
No, I have the belly, not the guts.
So that is what you're be looking for.
And you just say you're attracted to a woman's body?
Right.
So we're not saying we're not attracted to your body?
Why are you attracted for the money, the finances?
No. Why is only financial, you see? I said ambition and industriousness. Okay?
Let's go. Let me move on. Don't worry.
I think I'm going to block you out from my program this morning.
Don't get too offensive yet.
So these preferences can vary across different cultures and may be shaped by evolutionary factors. Understanding these differences can help informing expectations and fostering relationships that are mutually satisfying. So we started off, as you see, you men are attractive to our bodies. The attraction there, the woman looking good and all that jazz. We, on the other hand, are looking for somebody that is financially stable, somebody that has ambition and industrious. In saying it small ways, we don't like losers. Take that, you.
But what I don't get from you, because the thing is, what first create the attraction from a woman's point of view of a man? The other way around is having seen the woman, looking at her, and you probably, based on how that looks come out, you probably feel you have a desire. But you start to talk about, so then how would you get to know? Because the rest of things that you make mention of is still you
put your mouth in the mic.
Except you will hear.
Okay, so what it's saying, Jester, is that attraction in a man is not the first thing that we as women see. Because sometimes you see a man and he ugly like sin, as they say, but his characteristics in him is what attracts us to him. We don't just go by the side and see a man and pick him up and say, okay, I want him to be financially stable or anything like that. You get to talk to the person.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. What do you think I'm saying?
How would you have known?
By talking. So let me tell you something.
All right.
You see me coming on the road, and the first thing you see is how my body looks. Your head went straight to lust because this is why you see my body.
Well,
You got to say that, not me.
if it's that all man does lust.
Well, yes, I just saying. I didn't say you personally. You know, why are you taking offense?
Well, I just know. Well, just letting you. I'm just letting you know.
So that is what you men see, or that men see. So we women, we might see somebody, a man, and by talking to the person, you get to realize what the person, but it's not attraction in the first thing. You get what I'm saying?
Could you repeat that for me?
No.
Could just repeat it, Claire? Let me
Everybody else heard what I said.
Can you just repeat it here, please?
No.
Mute speaking too directly.
No, I'm not speaking too directly. You take offense when I said you just now. So I said attraction is not the first thing that a woman sees in a man. Sometimes you see, look, let me put it this way. You see a man that looks very handsome. He dresses well. He has nice facial features. But that doesn't mean that he is the best of the man out there. So by talking to a man, you will get to know what makes the man tick, what his ambitions are, and then you can take it from there.
I really would love to hear some women calling. I really, really, really love to hear some women calling on that, because I tend to differ with you on that. I believe woman is attracted by how a man appears, just as how men will have an attraction for women, how they see them at times. I believe it's the same for women, and I would love to hear women calling to it, because I tend to differ to
you're making it sound as though I'm going by what research says.
Now, what research could do? What?
Okay, when you're doing your program, when you're researching a program, do you go at what research says?
Right. But yeah.
Don't call
so the thing is, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that person that might have done the research. I'm not saying that I'm throwing it in the bin. I'm not saying that. But all I'm saying, as human beings, and I've been around women, I've listened to women talk already, and I believe a lot of women will tend to differ with that person's perspective.
So why is it that when some women like men that are not very attractive, you men as well as women saying, well, how that girl put herself with that guy? Because the attraction wasn't there in the first place in how he looks.
No, Claire, you can't tell yourself that. What might be attractive in one person, it may not be for the other. So you can't make a statement like that.
That's why I say we are not going by just the physical appearance of the person. And you're not getting that.
Okay, no, I find you trying to really tie me up this morning, and that wouldn't happen. Because I'm not so easy to tie up, to be honest. You are saying that no. Listen, the bottom line of your statement is that, right? And let's go back to it. Men does be attracted by the physical appearance of women. Point blank, that is. On the other hand, you are saying that is not the case with women.
I didn't say it's not the case with women enough.
Okay,
I said research says that women are not totally attracted to the physical self of a man. They go by the ambition.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. Don't worry, let's go.
Here, I guess, right? Physical appearance. And appearance is very important in a relationship. So let me tell you.
Of course.
Well, men are not much different from men, or women. We are on the same level playing field here. Is there just certain things that do not jump out and us bam in our faces on what we like? You don't see a man walking down the road with curves like a Coca-Cola bottle. Unless, he's on the other side and he make himself that way. So we don't see the attraction like you guys see in a woman. That's what I'm saying. Because the first thing you all see when women are walking down the road is the curves. Sometimes you're not even looking at the face much. It's the body. You look at the woman and you say, okay, I'm attracted to that person. Right or wrong?
So what are the attraction you will see as a woman? Tell me, what are the attraction you? What are the attractions that you will see, likely to see in a man?
For me?
I'm asking you, what are the attractions that you will likely to see in a man or of a man?
Well, seeing that I'm not looking, I don't know.
Bunch of people bad way. Can we carry on, please? Let's move on, man.
One of the comments is security. Money for a woman would be important. And that is what exactly I said at the beginning. Security, financial status.
Just like me, make thousands of dollars without ever leaving their home.
That's it. So it says, sex differences in what men and women find attractive in an opposite sex. Partners have consistently shown that men prefer physically attractive women, with women showing a preference for men with wealth, power, and earning potential. Furthermore, women more than men have been found to settle for partners low in terms of physical unattractiveness, provided they possess earning potential or wealth. See, I'm saying the same thing over and over again. I want you to get it. It says, in a study done in 36 countries where gender equality was measured, the researchers surveyed were assessed in two ways. The United Nations Gender Inequality Index, which measures inequalities in reproductive health, empowerment, political positions, and secondary education of each gender, and economic status, employment. The Gender Development Index measures differences in living standards, health, and knowledge for each gender. Sex differences in mate preferences in terms of earning potential and physical attractiveness still prevails. So it's saying that men, as well as women, the earning potential in physical attractiveness still prevails. So it's no different. The researchers found no sex differences in preferences for partners with good domestic skills that remained relatively equal for men and women. So it suggests that it is the same thing that I've been saying. Attractiveness for the men. Women like people that has a bit of wealth so that they can be looked after properly in the relationship. Industriousness. So if you have a man, he may not have a lot of money, But industrious, that means we would not suffer, we would not go hungry or anything. Whereas you men might find a woman attractive and she cannot cook for beans. But attractive is what you like. That's what you see first. Yeah?
Well, of course, that's the appeal. And you could say what you want. I know it's the appeal for both sexes. Their first appearance is after you will get to know certain things, and then you make a decision.
You can say what you want. I'm going by what the research
But,
says.
well, I said,
Okay. It says overall, the researchers found sex differences in participants, desirability for physical attractiveness, and good earning potential in romantic partners to be similar to those reported in previous studies, supporting the evolutionary model of mate preferences. More specifically, women desired good earning capacity in men more than men in women. So here is a thing. A man considers appearance. Later, a man wants a woman that respects him. The man is expected to be the hunter and the giver. The woman is the receiver. She should be respectful to the man. Nobody's denying that.
oh, well, of course, that
No one is denying that at all.
The person is on point.
So it says, in the study at least, the findings indicate that sex differences for male and female mate. I read that already, eh? Yeah. So it says countries with greater gender equality. However, the real issue involved an examination of sex preferences for wealth and physical attractiveness in countries with greater gender equality. And so did the above finding still hold such countries, or did it vary? So when the researchers look at this, they found little evidence of any variation in the typical sex differences in male and female preferences for physical attractiveness where there are greater gender equality. That is, men reported a higher preference for physical attractiveness in women than women did in men. Good morning to you, Hilarian. Hope all is well. So, however, they did find that gender differences in preference for wealth in a partner was smaller in countries with greater gender equality. This finding was only observed with the trait ranking and not the trait rating method. Overall, these findings provide partial support for the notion that a woman's earning potential or financial capacity reduces her preference for a male partner with similar qualities. So what say you, Jester?
Yeah, and the person that did that research was a woman, right?
No, all men.
Huh?
All men. But
That did the research?
But you see, they understand women. They have wives. And they studied us. and they come out with what they know that we like in them. So here's what we're talking about.
Even if it doesn't make me laugh, I like it.
I'm a comedian, so go ahead.
Okay, so
All men.
the research is gospel, right?
I never said that.
Okay.
But okay.
But
If hold on. If I have a husband and I'm living with him on a daily basis, I would definitely see what his traits are, what make him tick, what make him angry, what make him happy, and all the above. So now I could give a report to someone and say, well, my husband is this person. He doesn't like this. He likes this. So then they could understand where I'm coming from. Likewise, the men that did this study, and a lot of them have wives, they have daughters, and they see what makes us who we are. So they're telling you, there's the difference between men and women, what attracts us and what doesn't attract us. Simple as that.
Okay, let me ask you something. From this research, right? If you are to advise a young woman based on what the research states, what would that advice be coming out from that?
Me? You're asking?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
What would I advise them?
Yeah, what would you advise them?
Get to know the man first.
Where?
Simple as that.
Okay. Get to know the man first. You see you? I hope the listeners and them outside here. Like, they are the ultimate judge of this whole program. I always tell you that. You think when they come in and say you think and them and
okay. Hold on. There's a whole song that says, take time to know her. It's not an overnight thing. That's the same thing. You got to take time to get to know him or her. Because
I didn't see nothing like that in stated in the we have a call coming in and we're gonna take that call, Claire.
Take it.
Pleasant morning to you, caller.
Well, I was calling the two of you all the time. Gun research 101. Oh my goodness. Y'all are the best. I just got my friends because it's a very interesting topic and interestingly, kind of what to say. I don't know. But anyway, I want to tell you a story. I don't know if I can get your
Oh, yes.
whatever. Okay. So this woman went to Turkey. She met this guy, and the first day they had, first day they met up and whatever. The man proposed. As a red flag number one. For the process. And as a man that was the family, culture, no. She get engagement, she feel good, the man looking at she didn't have penny to live in. It turned out that she processed the whatever visa and whatnot. Only to find out the man they had a earthquake and parents' house was demolished and they living in a tent. Now when he get to the United States, he faced her with the fact that He can't work because he on this special visa. She had to help him mind his parents because they have nowhere to live and everything like that. There comes a financial responsibility that this woman never imagined could happen. And the please continue right down to the end where he had to tell her how to dress. She needed to cover her shoulders and some aspects of the don't hitting her. Yeah? Because why? And Tracy take time to know it's not an overnight plan. She obviously knew nothing about this guy. All she saw was that physical attraction. Money, he had a responsibility to his parents that he needed. He's coming to the US, he cannot work, she had to mind him, all of that. And she did of it. So don't fall.
All fall down.
So it's very important to get to know each other. But I saw Francis Fair respond to say that physical attraction plays a big role in a relationship. And both ways, both man and woman look for that physical attraction. That's the first attraction that takes place. Every time it's like um what going down the rabbit hole because you're attracted to that trait. And when you really get to know the individual, the personality, etc., the cultural differences, etc., then you end up in a lot of problems. But it is always that, in my opinion, physical that attracts most in most instances. Man looks for the physical. Whether the physical meaning the person or whether they're skinny or they have a pretty face. In other instances, the face will be the first attraction and then the body. Some instances you may find the body, but if the face will not find connection. You understand? So it is all the physical attraction that starts. And you find that some instances we can work out, and some instances by the time you get to each other's personality and the good and the bad, because in every human being is good and bad, nobody's perfect. Sometimes you have to run for shelter. Sometimes you have to run for shelter because a lot of people, if you notice as it relates to relationships and abuse in relationships, it is never there in the initial stage. Never
Sure.
there until these two persons merge and they get to understand each other and one recognize the violent behavior and guilt. And by that time, you end up in abuse and again in run for cover. So many dynamic situations in this relationship between man and woman and what they experience. But I must go back to the fact that the initiation of a relationship starts with look, the physical attraction. And get to know somebody. In other words, your attraction is there in developing a relationship. Within the attraction phase and getting involved and balling, I love and we love. The area you're supposed to get to know the person, their likes and dislikes before you start the ball. I love and I love. You have to get to know the person before you start saying I love.
Amen.
You know, they think that they instant love. That's a mission. That is a one in a million times can happen. You know, instant love. You see somebody fall in love and blah blah blah. Everything happens. That. And if you ever get into instant love, you might get into instant abuse as well. Okay, you're not sure.
Sure.
You know. Interesting topic. Let me go over there. Y'all enjoy yourself.
Thank you. Morning.
Thank you. So yes, I very wonderful contribution for this one.
Yeah, yeah. So, as we say, relationship and what and attraction and who is attracted to who and what you're attracted to. And there's a whole thing behind it. Because as they say in the African, some of the African lingo, all mugi bread have the vroom vroom cheese.
Yeah.
So what might be attractive to me would not be attractive to you. But it's all about what the eye sees first. Like Jester, sometimes you go to a bakery and you see all kinds of pastries in front of you. You cannot eat all, but you're buying one of everything because of your eyes here. And this is this deceitful part of our body. What the eye see doesn't necessarily mean that is a good thing you're seeing at all.
Yeah.
Right?
It's true.
Just say it talks about according to which part of the world you live in and the amount of food you have in that part of the world. You either be a plump woman because you're attracted to that person in that area because of the amount of food they have. So eat food. In other countries where food is not as much, not as plentiful, you got to be a slim girl. And then you are being attractive to that other person. So it's a whole lot of different things that makes a man be attractive to a woman and a woman to a man. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
I agree.
It says women traditionally look for a man to maintain high status roles of financial provider and social dominance. And that is going to come in line with what Mr. Pierre says, women respecting a man. In terms of age, traditionally, it was not uncommon for men to be a little older with less emphasis placed on looks and more on the status in society. So let's take this here, Jester. There's a man in that, let's say he's a business and the cat's meow. He has it going on for him. He has his business, but he's not the best person to look at, in looks and so. But a woman is going to gravitate towards him because what she says is that he has a business so that she would be secure in the relationship financially.
He also has status.
Status, yes, man. He's Mr.
Yeah, status is
Let
a
me
big
see
thing for
again.
some women.
Let's say Mr. Calico. I don't call him nobody. Mr. Calico.
Yeah.
Mr. Calico has status in St. Patrick's, in Granville, in wherever. And I could gravitate towards Mr. Calico because he has high status in the country. And that is attractive for me. Right? So it says status was an indication that he would be a good husband and father and able to provide for the family. Crisp and Turner says in 2020. And that is males, okay? Okay? In modern society, although more women have become financially solvent to a degree, some of the traditional values of what attracts women to men still holds true. So even though we are independent, a lot of us are independent. We make our own money. We buy our own clothes. We buy the food that we like. We still hold dear to us the man that is above us financially and has status. You see where this is going, Jester?
I understand exactly what is just being said there.
Okay.
I
It says,
understand.
on the other end of the spectrum, men traditionally did not pay attention to the status women held and were more into what they found physically attractive. These standards of beauty vary with a man's personal taste as well as culture. What a man finds attractive in Western society is not necessarily the same as what man find attractive in Eastern society. So people that live in the Western world, they might not be attracted to us in the Eastern, and vice versa. There are some women in the Western world, when you see them, you have to wear sunglasses. The white as Casper the ghost, right? And a lot of men are not attracted to people like that. Whereas even from the Western world, men that come to the Eastern world, like our mocha, or cappuccino, or coffee.
So here's a comment declare. A woman do not have to love a man. She should be able to tolerate his appearance and respect him.
Tell the man that say that go jump the lake and run and swim. So, okay, we don't have to love the man. We have to love the appearance, he says. They are tolerant.
She should be able to tolerate his appearance and respect him.
That is a high order, though. So the appearance, if he's a bushman, he don't bathe. And he come and lie down on the same bed with me, I should accept him like that, right? Is that what he's saying?
I don't believe it. I mean, you can't get too low with this. I don't really believe
Well, I'm just
that.
asking because
You
it
can't get too
says
low.
we should be able to tolerate his appearance and respect him. I don't think respect has anything to do with the appearance of the man, per se. Because you could tell a man in yours or your husband, you know, if you put on a little something else besides that, you might look different. So, you know, you're not really putting him down in any way or disrespecting him. You're just trying to bring him up to your level of dress.
Yeah, but the thing is, I believe that person making the point after the relationship was established or has been established, and maybe sometimes somebody may tend, because people may tend to make critique of your opposite
dress.
opposite sex partner. So he's saying it's not about not about having to love the man so much. You should be able to tolerate his appearance, but respect. And
Okay.
in relationship, they love you. Respect.
Okay. I
We have
got
a call.
that.
Let's take it.
Okay.
Good morning and welcome to Take Five.
Yes, good morning. Yeah, I believe it's an interesting topic. And I also believe it's a topic that should talk about more. I think that a woman don't have to love a man. She won't have to be able to tolerate the man. She have to be but she has to be the man. But men are not there. And some men have very wide appetite. So they will tell you, I don't have a tree and I can't make. They have a very wide appetite. Some men are Muslim, but a man is a and he might a man could lie about a woman for years. And some men to like that. Perhaps if it's succeeding a couple of and put the cards on the table. If you can become yourself, you will have a good understanding of the man back. And I just want to give a challenge in relationship for men. Is the women don't respect. The man has to love a woman as loving because the man is a giver. When every time you hear a relationship break up, the woman said the man is not giving me something, he's not giving me time, he's not giving me money, he's not giving me attention, he's not taking me. You don't hear that from a man. So the man is attracted to a woman physically, and I see some men have a wide appetite, and it goes up. But for that relationship to be sustained, he wants to. And I think this issue was discussed because a lot of women believe at the point, you're not attracted, you must choose. As a man is coming after you, you won't come and believe you is right. You must choose the one that's going to add value to you and help you grow and develop. And you have to prepare to respect. One of the biggest turn off the man is the peaceful woman. Like, nothing wrong with her. But sometimes you don't evaluate it. It's just that the economic realities and, there are other road on for nobody. It doesn't. And women have to be smart. They don't have to love the man that you have. Because then it's a good man. Money is not a problem. You don't even know how much money you have. You want that. You buy clothes, you do everything. You don't have to love him, but you have to be able to tolerate. That you have to sleep late. And you have to run the respect. I like the topic. That's the goal.
Thank you so very much. But he makes a lot of sense too. But just coming back to the point that I am going to make, where he says women have to tolerate man as a parent. When you just start with the person, the man as well as the woman, they were dressing in a way that you accept them as who they are, right? And later on down the road, they become comfortable and start being helter-skelter all over the place. A lot of us won't accept that because this is not what we came into. Especially if you're going out somewhere and you make yourself look really good, and the man that is walking behind you just throw a t-shirt on him, a jeans and a sandals, foot and cream or anything. Tell me how that works for you and me.
You just behave yourself. The man say you know the price.
I'm the price. Why you choose me? Why you come after me?
Just
because if I was and something is said about a man could lie with a woman for a long time.
Yeah, well, yeah, some men.
So if you're lying with me, that means I'm not your prize at all. So how many of us are you're lying with?
Was it that he really meant?
I don't know. Just take it to me.
I remember he talked about okay, for example, you have some men, he may take them a very, very long time before they're able to convince a woman. Whereas there are some men again, it might just take them about 2-3 days. There are some men.
I got you said that too, yes.
Right. But the one that I believe is most that he told me the most, and I
okay, Jester.
I know.
Men do not like to be disrespected. Does we as women like to be disrespected?
I'm not.
I'm just asking. Just answer the question.
No. I don't mean that in any way.
Which way you mean? Because you're stressing.
You understand what I'm saying? You know what
men, they needs to be respected. But respect is earned. Because if you're disrespecting me, Jester, you don't expect to get respect from me, do you?
No, well, okay, yes. Let me say yes. I agree with you. What and the disrespect the man talking about, you know, some woman they will come, they don't know how to speak to a man in public. Sometimes they get disgusting about something and they cannot control the emotions and they will want to let off right there. I believe that is the sort of
Okay,
disrespect
but
he's
if that is
speaking
the
about.
disrespect, that's
You know, that's what
fine.
I'm saying.
But
You
at
think
this,
so?
but at the same time, though, if you go to an event with me, Jester, and you disrespect me inside there, honey, it's coming right back to you tenfold. Don't disrespect me when you do not want to be disrespected.
Well, give an example of what you're talking.
I'm not giving any example. You all know I love disrespect people.
Well, you know what you're talking about? Because two adults go to an event to think, trying to imagine how come the disrespect. So I telling you, give an example of what you're really trying to say there to make people understand.
Really?
This is what you're talking about. In what way?
Okay,
Yeah.
I go to an event with you.
Mhm.
You drop me by the corner of the wall there. You and I go together, right? We left home together. We're going to an event together. When you get to the facility or the place, wherever it is, Claire, hold on by the side. I'm coming back just now. Whole night you're gonna hang out with the whole 3 hours you're gonna hang out with your friend and them. And I'm standing by there
All
like
that
a
time,
pillar.
all that time, Clem?
You asked me to explain. Okay, just hush.
Oh, 3 hours from here.
Yes. You leave me
No.
there and you go about your business.
Well, yeah. Well, of course. You have a right to fly up in that man's face, didn't you?
Okay, then that's right.
If
But I don't
he
explain.
does, if he did something like that, or he'd go in the event with you, put to stand up back,
You
and go for
saying
3 hours. No,
you
man.
saying that they're not men out there that does that to the person that they go out with?
I'm not saying that, but if they're doing that for 3 hours, well, maybe you should. I think the time is really, really, really.
I think 3 hours.
Exaggerated. Make it look more real now.
No, it real 3 hours. Because some of them, when they go and they meet their drinking buddies, and alcohol become their best friend, and so they stand up by the bar and they forget that they bring somebody. And when they said it's time to sit, you come and you say, "Oh, sorry, you were sitting there all the while." I was talking to the boys. So that is disrespect on my part.
Yeah.
The next thing I would do personally, I'll just pick up my nice little evening bag. I'm going to the bathroom, and it's hasta la vista. Gone.
Well, I cannot side with a man for taking a woman out to an event.
A lot of men do it.
Sideline her there for all this long time, and if it's the case, not even going back at foot at time to check to see how comfortable she is, or spend maybe a 5-10 minutes, 15, 20, and then you could go again, come back. But I can see how you could just put this sideline the person there and just leave them for all this long time. No, it doesn't make sense.
Yes, sir. Do you know?
If a man, now I tell you, I'm not condoning that. If a man do something like that, he's in the wrong for me.
Okay. Do you know that there are men that are in relationships? They get invitation for Jester and Claire to come to an event, right? Jester do not really want to bring Claire. But because the invitation says Jester and Claire, Jester is going to take Claire along with him. And then when Jester gets there, he put Claire on the side there and Jester go about the business. Because in the first place, you did not want to bring me with you. And that is high disrespect. Leave me home.
That was the point I'm about to make.
So maybe I might do that. Make an excuse and say Claire had a headache. She couldn't come. And leave me home.
Yeah, I agree. I don't disagree with you on that. Come on. Because at the end of the day, we all are human beings, and to having to put up with that, we know the feelings of how one of one under that kind of condition, what it would be like. So
good morning, Mackenzie. Hope all is well. So here's the other one. Kogan, that's another Manchester et al. So it's a lot of authors that wrote on that, a lot of men. Found that college men in Ghana, West Africa, preferred more covetous, larger women, while men of the same age in the United States preferred slimmer women. Anderson says in 1992. He also found a connection between food supply and weight, showing that where the food supply is unpredictable, men prefer heavier women than where the food supply is adequate. You remember I mentioned that earlier. So if your food is not as bountiful in some place, and the food comes, eat to your heart's content. we're gonna take you solid. We're gonna take you bigger. Whereas in the United States, where food is in abundance, you shouldn't be eating all that food to put on all that weight. Right?
Yeah.
It says the focus on healthier weight also ensured that women were capable of childbearing without complications during the time of food supply was questionable. Today's relationships vary across the spectrum, but ultimately, women still seem to have a place higher. Women seem to place a higher value on how they are treated and how well they will take care of them versus a man's appearance. See, come down to that again. Not the appearance, not the appearance. It's how we feel that we are going to be treated. Women like a man who is kind, communicative, respectful, loyal, and honest. And honest. In the end, these are the most important values. Women appear to be more open to younger men and dating men who are not financially solvent. Unfortunately, the lack of these stereotypical things sometimes goes hand in hand with emotional instability and immaturity, and ultimately are the very things that impede the relationship from moving forward. So you get it, Jester?
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that totally.
So if take myself and go on like a man that is 20 years younger than me, he begging me for money to go and hang out. How could that be stability in the relationship that we have? So even though we might feel, oh, I want a young man to keep me active and whatever, when I come to my senses, I'm looking around and I'm saying, but what is he doing for me? He's not financially able to support me. He's not industrious. And he's not doing anything to gain that he's a mature somebody. So in the end, we're young or not young, he's going out the door. It says, in the end, this may lead a woman back to looking for some of the more traditional values in men. Same thing that we just spoke about.
Yeah.
Jester, we need to take a break.
All right.
Finally. Yeah, a grenade off to test to be exact. You're
Is already in position.
I'm not your co-host. I said, don't call me.
You are my co-host. Stop it.
I'm the
Right.
host to the most. Okay.
Yeah.
So we are going to continue. We're talking about now gender differences and relationship satisfaction. There are a number of factors that contribute to relationship satisfaction. According to Leon Agnew in 2003, in the journal article, the things you do for me perceptions of a romantic partner's investments promote gratitude and commitment. This shows a more invested partner equals a more committed partner. So it's like I scratch your back, you scratch mine. So
We
if
all
both of
know
us
about
are
that.
invested,
I think we all know about that.
if both of us are invested in the relationship, we'll be more committed to each other. It says, in addition, if the relationship is not working out and the lure of alternative has a perceived low quality, then this can predict if a person decides they want to stay. So it's the same thing as I say to a lot of us as women who are trying to have relationship with way younger men. All of a sudden you get to realize that this is not what it is. This is not what you want. So you get up and you mosey on out of that relationship. So we have to be very careful as to who we tell ourselves we want to have a relationship with. Otherwise, we'll end up going or staying.
Okay, we don't want our listeners to get us wrong. Not in all instances
No.
where the male being younger, it doesn't really work out.
No, there's
And
some
or
very
it
mature
just
younger men.
exactly. So we really want our listeners and viewers out there to understand that.
It has a lot of young men that they are more mature in the little finger than a big old grown man that is in a relationship with someone or woman. So maturity comes at different stage. There could be a guy that is like 35 and one that is 55. And the 35-year-old has more maturity and responsibility in his bones than the 55-year-old. So
Like me,
so by no
I've
means at all we are saying that all young men are bad, kind of losers.
like me, I've always been a young man that shows maturity from ever since growing up.
Okay, let's move along.
So you have a classical example here.
Really? Anything you say.
No grudge.
It says basically, if someone looks at what they have and finds that what is out there is not and as enticing, this may be a deciding point when it comes to relationship commitment. And that is true. What say you? Isn't that true?
Basically, if someone looks at what they have and finds that what is out there is not as enticing as they may be, a deciding point when it comes to relationship commitment. Yeah.
So,
I mean,
there's always this thing about the grass is greener on the other side.
on the other side, yeah.
I always say, wet yours.
Yeah.
Because the reason why the grass is greener on the other side is because you're not wetting yours, you're letting yours go dry.
Yeah.
So if you wet yours green too. You see the thing, Jester, and I think a lot of us in relationship do not put the investment into it. We take a lot of things for granted. And then later on, when they catch themselves and realize, that person left. You start to wonder, well, is it because of something I did or didn't do? That's why they left. So we have to stop taking each other for granted and invest in the relationship that you have. Because believe it or not everybody that you go to on the outside will be as good as what you had on the inside. And that's when you miss it most.
So when you say, because we're here to educate our listeners and viewers, so when you say invest in the relationship, you're speaking of investment like how? Like
not financially per se. So communicate with the person.
So communication.
Give them attention. Make them feel as they belong in that relationship with you. Do not be condescending in your conversation with them. In that sense, don't make them feel as though they're not wanted. Do the things that you would like for them to do for you. That's the investment I'm talking about.
Okay. Just to name a few.
Yeah, just to name a few. There are a lot more.
All right. Yeah, no, I know you have the book.
What book?
The book from where this is coming from.
No. This comes from my itchy heart.
Oh, gosh. You always something else.
Yes. So that's what it's saying there. You have to invest in the relationship. But just you for yourself know that. As well as everybody else out there that is listening that are in the relationship. Because you hear men, Mr. Pierre made the comment and say about respect for men and all this kind of thing. And it's true that there are a lot of us as women that do not respect the people that we have in our lives. Especially when we are making our own money. So you cannot tell me what to do because I am independent, I'm independent. You don't have to tell me what to do and how to spend my money. But then again, how is it working for you? Because if every time you're fighting in that relationship and think that you are okay, when that person move away from you, do you feel okay that the person moved away from you because of how you've been treating them? And hoping that the other person you get into your life will be better? So we really have to pay attention to how we treat the people that we have in our lives. Yeah?
Yeah, I agree.
So for you,
I do agree. I mean,
if you are being the hunter,
stop
hunting. Stop hunting.
Mr. Pierre, tell Mr. Pierre that.
Mr. Pierre don't hunting no way. Mr. Pierre just running him out. He just like to use, so men are the hunter and women are the prey. But let me tell you, there are women that are hunting these days too. So the table could turn. Especially those women that are independent and they feel that the person that they have in their life is kind of deadbeat, kind of loser, a moron. They switch and they go hunting for themselves. I'm not saying that this is right. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that this is wrong.
I don't saying nothing to it. You just say what you're saying. I don't.
But it's true. Just we all hear that
gosh.
there are a lot of people in relationships say, especially the young men that says, "Oh, she approaches me and tells me she likes me." Gone are the days when women used to wait for men to approach them and to have a relationship. The women are doing it now.
Tell me about it.
Am I wrong? No, seriously.
I don't know.
No. A lot of men are complaining that women are coming after them. They're chasing them, and they feel intimidated because the woman has come back as the stronger vessel.
They feel intimidated.
Yes.
Oh, now that man or your woman coming after and go feel intimidated.
It's not you.
No. I just.
Because if you're questioning, it's not you.
Intimidated, really? Is that the word?
Intimidated?
I mean, they may not fall for it, but I don't think they say they go feel intimidated.
I hear men say to me that this person coming after them and they don't know how to handle them in all kind of way because the person is not giving up. So they're intimidated because they do not really want the relationship. but the person is not giving up on them. So that's it. Women are aggressive these days. You never heard the thing that I said, go after what you want because you
Yeah.
only have one life to live.
We hear that all the time.
There you go.
But I mean, I may not describe it as being intimidated for me. As I
You
just
don't use the
say,
word
I
intimidated,
would
and I
just
agree to you.
what? What?
You don't say, are they feeling intimidated? And I said, yes.
And
So
I'm
you don't
telling
use the
you,
word.
I would not use the word intimidated. I'm telling you, when you use the word intimidated, I tell you, I would not have used that word. Who might not feel
Just
intimidated by that? You understand what I'm saying? I mean, I
yeah.
probably wouldn't. Anyhow, let me move on.
Because you're the business and the cat's meow. You're not going to be intimidated by anybody chasing you in any way or form. Right?
So you still go back to that?
Yes, yes.
I can pass that already.
Good morning, Faitlin Hallie Douglas. Hope all
Yeah.
is well.
Fitlin, Corpus Christi coming up on Thursday. God's will. Fitlin will go planting.
Mm.
Yeah. Claire, I hope you
Yeah.
go and help the woman mold she can and she peas and thing this time.
Look at
You're
those
not happy to
hands.
you're not happy to get she peas. To
And
cook your rice and
you're
peas
not
and
happy
stuff
to get
like
the
that.
peas.
I hope you prepare to go and help her to mold it.
You're looking me for confusion, you see? look, look, Faitlin says she planting peas.
You see? That I'm telling you. Make sure you go and give your man a pound this child. Don't want to stretch out your long hand to receive.
You can say whatever you want. The Bible says there's more joy in giving than receiving, so she giving me, okay?
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, if it's different than listening to you, she know what to do. She know what to do.
You're just jealous because I get peas and you don't.
Me jealous. I doesn't jealous. People are for no reason.
Well, you
I not
covetous.
jealous. What?
You're wrong to
Who know?
correct me.
Listen. Who knows me? They know that is never the case of just that. I'll show you. They know better than that.
Whatever you say. So here, studies show that when one partner invests time, energy, and emotions, other resources into relationship, the other partner is likely to appreciate that person more and subsequently be more willing to stay in that relationship. So you see, just it has a whole lot to do with just I love you and you love me and we live together in perfect harmony. Nah, that's not all, as it's saying there. That's the researchers are saying. You got to bring something to the table. And if you come with your two long hands swinging, I saw waiting for the peace from Faitlin. Then that relationship would be over because before it begin. Eh? Okay, says
Right.
Joel et al.
You got to open your lecture in school for young lovers.
I don't want you in it though.
I know young, I old man already.
It's like Joel et al.
I realize you all the textbook and then pack up the.
Highly
We have
commented. What?
we have a call coming in.
What? Go ahead.
We have a call coming in. Good morning to you all and welcome to the program.
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning,
Good morning.
Jester. Good morning, CJ. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah. So it's a interesting topic. And I was thinking about it, and I think physical attractiveness play a part for both men and women initially. But I think the difference would be what factors will cause the relationship to continue. As you get to know as you get to know the person, what will cause the relation to continue. And women, I'm talking on behalf of the women, I think they put emphasis now on an emotional connection, security, and a partner's ability to be a reliable long-term provider. So even though they may be attractive to the person initially, these factors will play an important part in whether the relationship continue. But although both have differences in what they prioritize, they have some shared universal traits, which would be sometimes you want a person to have a good sense of humor. You can talk about respect, but it should be mutual respect on both sides. And even a little bit of self-confidence on both sides. So whereas there are different factors that would cause a relationship to continue initially, it starts with a physical attraction. But we have to also remember that beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. So what one person might see as physical attractiveness might be different from another one. I remember one person at work giving me his experience previously. And he said when he was growing up, well, when he was dating, he had lots of girlfriends. And then he chose this one to get married, but she was not the most attractive. And all his friends, they were asking him why. And he said to them, if only your eyes could see what my eyes see. So it's what he saw in that person. So it in the end it comes down to what individual wants in a relationship. So that's my contribution for today. Have a good
Well,
day.
thank you
Thank
so
you
very much.
so
Thank
very much.
you.
So Lorna, before you go,
Uh-huh.
I was telling your friend, I think she's ready to work Marlon up. Yes.
Well, she's getting to be a professional on it probably. So
Lorna.
I know you're teasing her. I think she'll be able to give good advice. You know, a little bit of experience and yeah.
She says she don't want me.
So well, you might be a bad influencer, so probably.
Yes.
Love, I love you.
Okay, have a good day.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Clay, it's back to you.
Yes, I know. You're trying to roll me under the bus, you know?
No, 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 no.
Well, that's okay. It's a good thing
Why,
my peeps and them know me better.
why are you thinking so, Clay? No, you know better.
It says Joel et highly recommended, sorry, highly commented partners that are happy are also more willing to give up important aspects of their lives and make sacrifices for their relationship. So just there are a lot of people in relationship. Take for example, I am a interior decorator and I get married to you. Not that that is ever going to happen, but let's say I get married to you. And because you have your high in status and you have a bit of a money, you say to me, you know what, Claire? You don't need to go do interior decorating anymore. I have enough money to sustain you and the family and stuff like that, right?
Okay.
So, because of the love I have for you, not that I have any love for you, but let's go. Because of the love that I have for you, I I willingly
So
give
why you for
up.
me hate?
Forget about you. I willingly give up my decorating, my interior decking thing to have that relation, to stay in that relationship with you. And it says, in that case, the relationship is better, but not always. Because sometimes the man decide, as Mr. Pierre says, he decide to hunt, and things not going well between he and I anymore. And he get up and he take all his belongings and whatever it is, and he gone about his business. And I'm just suffering now because I gave up my interior decorating thing to keep that relationship going. So again, even though it may work in favor of some people, we still have to be careful how we go about it. We cannot give it all because we need sometimes to fall back on the things that we love. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, says we're going now from my personal experience. Not me, I think this study, the study. From my viewpoint, regarding the articles, they both make valid points in terms of gender differences regarding attraction and relationship satisfaction. It might be difficult to view one's relationships in terms of investments as if it is some sort of economic exchange, but it is just the nomenclature that sounds shallow. And you might want to know what the meaning of nomenclature means.
Of course.
It is, let's tell you, nomenclature. It says it's a system of names, terms, or rules used to classify and identify things within a particular science, art, or specialized field. It essentially provides a standardized language so that professionals, scientists, or enthusiasts can communicate clearly without confusion. Right? So there's no confusion in saying what your personal reference is or your personal preference is in one's relationship. Right?
Okay.
Right. It says, in actuality, the fact of high satisfaction being related to investment are very palpable. Looking at relationships in the past, there were a number of reasons things did not last, but the quality and the time attributed to emotional investment are important. No one wants to be the only person putting their whole heart and soul into a relationship, getting minimal results, and respect back. So you see, it has to be a two-way thing, Jester. I cannot be the one that putting out everything and you're piggybacking on me and hoping that it's going to last, so it's going to be okay. No. It is an invested thing. Two of us has to be invested in it. So you, Jester, if you're in a relationship and it's only a one-way thing, maybe by next week so, you'll be hunting. I'm just saying.
No comments.
Well, that means you're hunting.
You could say what you want. You could say what you want.
Okay. It says, as far as what I look for in a partner, this has changed over time as I've settled into my life and matured. I am looking for someone who values and respects the sacredness of friendship and has a good, kind spirit with qualities like honesty and loyalty being of utmost importance. So see, they didn't put respect there, Jester. Honesty and loyalty. You always hear people saying, I want to be honest, and I want you to be honest with me. And this is the crux of the matter where to make a good relationship. Yeah? You agree or disagree?
That's what the researchers say, but I don't
No, I'm asking you
necessarily.
what you
So
say.
if they had put in respect, if they had put respect,
Well, it was going to
not
be
know,
respect, honesty, and
not know that,
loyalty.
not know that would not have been wrong with that. Just
No,
the
not
same.
at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
It says attraction is important, but only from a personal standpoint, not by the standards of what everyone else sees and thinks. So you might be attracted to me. I might be attracted to you, but everybody else does not see how that come about. As Lorna says, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. And the person that is at work says, if they could only see what he sees and not what they see, they wouldn't ask him why she. Right?
Exactly.
It says attraction is important, but only from a personal standpoint, not by the standards of what everyone else sees and thinks. And we have to really remember that. It said there are lots of elements of a person's character and a personality that makes a person attracted to me. So in conclusion, the gender difference gap will also be present, and whether it closes or becomes more similar is of little importance to me, as long as there is communication. All the differences can be handled head on. And with that, we have come to the end on what a woman looks for in a man and what attracts a man to a woman. And by the comments that we got and the calls that was made, we see that it has different impacts on different people because we're all not the same. So thank you so very much for joining us today. And remember to always like, share, and subscribe to our channel so that we can bring you more of what we discuss. And then we can help each and every one of us to be different and better people. Thank you very much.
Kathleen, let low, Claire.
Yes.
She's there. Just
Yes, I know. I saw. She said, "You're sure right."
yeah.
You know what she said? I'm sure right about. I need you to be honest with me, and honesty is the key to make any relationship work. You got to be honest.
Yeah, well, but they also stated that communication there too, and anything else will come head on. That
Well,
was stated
sometimes
there
you
too, so.
communicate and you're communicating with lies. Nobody.
Oh no, don't.
Because Claire is flying solo. If Claire want
If,
to be
Claire,
dishonest with herself, that's Claire's business.
Claire, if anybody had done that to you, I empathize with your situation. I
Me?
really do.
I don't have a situation.
Gosh, listeners and viewers, indeed it was a pleasure once again to be in your
You want to marry it?
Who lend you that program? Who lend you that topic?
Nanya pe beeswax.
Tell me if I realize
Nanya.
I'm making them take it back.
Go right ahead. What the thing is, once it's not you that gave it to me, I'm fine.
Gosh. Oh my goodness gracious me. So yeah. On a serious note, time has rushed. So it's now 3 minutes gone past 12. You know, we cut off point is at 12 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So listeners and viewers, I invite you to be with us next week, Tuesday, God's will, where we endeavor to bring you another interesting topic for discussion. Of course, my name is Jester-Noel, and you are
CJ.
and so we bid you a very
Farewell.
good afternoon.
And bye everybody. See you next week.
Oh, we can.
CJ. Every Tuesday. We hold and take. We so take 5. Every Tuesday, 10. You hold in space just for take time. You're not alone.
Last week, was
Dead. We hold in space just for you. Take your breath. Take your time. We're to realign your mind. Take 5. We're not alone. CJ is
Sheila's Repair Services. We offer digitally calibrated